Welcome back to Doki Doki Anime, not Anime Club. Welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club, where we're gonna have lots of fun today. Yay! There's just a few things I forgot to mention when I started this game, and that is, this is a horror game. Okay, so yeah, I failed to mention that. I guess maybe it was important. I don't know. Seemed pretty unimportant to me. Yeah, I don't really see the point in saying this is a horror game. It's fine, really. I think there's a lot more shit that still needs to hit the fan. Apparently some guy said that it is the most terrifying game he's ever played. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. The music there was kind of weird. Anyway. Yeah, I haven't actually listened to this entire menu, so I'm not used to it. Anyway. But yeah, so this is a fucked up horror game. And the second that I heard there was a fucked up horror game for free on Steam that's disguised as dating simulator, I knew I had to play it. And then I realized, hey, why don't I record it for FE? Because otherwise nobody's going to listen to me and play this game. Unless I give away the secret. And that's boring. I mean, the Steam page pretty much gives it away. Which is why I try to tell people not to look that up. It was probably a dick move for me to not mention it, though, because this does have a bunch of trigger warnings and everything else on it. And, you know, there's a suicide, and I'm sure it gets much worse. And, for the record, though, I don't know the details. I didn't know that Sayuki was going to kill herself. I had no idea what was going to happen. I just knew that some shit goes down, and I knew when Monica came up, I just really didn't trust her. So that's why I gave her the creepy voice. I thought it would be kind of funny to start, but I was actually expecting one of the other ones to be the creepy one. But she just kind of had a creepy vibe to her. I do think that she's a manipulative bitch. I wasn't just lying about that. I don't think our protagonist is a very good person at all. Table's a dick, in fact, and I'm not just saying that. I think the game is quite aware of the fact that Table is a dick. Anyway, I don't want to get into this too much while I'm actually playing, so I'm trying to get my thoughts out now. I'm thinking we're still gonna go after Natsuki. I don't know, it just feels right to keep trying for that. Obviously, the game has its own plans, and we're probably not gonna woo any hot anime girls. It's actually not what this game is about at all. We're probably just gonna die over and over and over again. Everybody's gonna die over and over and over again, and it's probably gonna be creepy as fuck. Because this is a horror game. Yeah. So, I guess it's time to continue. I am really enjoying doing the voices for this. I didn't think I was going to when I first started it up and I realized that I was going to have to voice everything. But I actually had a lot of fun with Sayuki's voices and everything else. That was a lot of fun. And I'm really enjoying Monica's voice has gone kind of more normal, but it's actually creepier now. And I'm really glad that I changed Yuki's voice, because it gives her a little bit more room. The only problem is Natsuki. I have no idea how I'm gonna do her voice if things go to shit. I really don't. I don't think I can emote in that voice. You guys saw the her crying scene, right? And I did try to point out a few times the little themes that were going on, like Natsuki pointing out that her manga book, I sound like an idiot, that her manga starts out with simple things, so that way you get to know the characters, and then it pivots. I sort of figured that that's what this game was going to do, but I didn't want to call it out. And the whole thing about not judging a book by its cover, that is our theme. So, anyway, that's my overly long thoughts on the game so far. I think it might be wrapping up soon, but I'm not sure at all. This could go for like a few more rounds of it, I think. I think it's totally possible. But I feel like it's more likely that things will be a little bit more truncated and we won't have to redo everything over and over again. I do kind of regret not calling in Seiyuki for the fight between Yuri and Natsuki, because I think that would be the most interesting conflict there. Because maybe they would have both liked me still, and Yuki wouldn't have been as completely dismissive of me. But what are you gonna do? I don't think I'm able to replay this game. I think by its very nature, it's not replayable. So I'm just gonna have to find a Let's Play or something if I want to see how other things could have gone. Because obviously, due to the very nature of this game, that's not possible. And I didn't know that that's where the horror was going to be either. The meta as an existential aspect there of restarting the game, and now Seiyuki doesn't exist anymore. She's just been erased completely. I had no idea that that's where the horror element was going to be, but I was recommended this game based on it being a lot like Undertale, which also has that same element. So, yeah. I don't think we're going to have any kind of good ends. So I don't think we'll just need to make the most of our circumstances, and I don't think good fortune's going to find us. But let's try. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. I'm really excited for this. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Yes. Oh. Oh. You know, I thought that it was going to be Monica here. I guess not. Oh, she's gonna jump for depression now. I'm gonna try to go for a more even spread, but I'm still gonna go mostly for Natsuki. I should have picked Vacation for that. Oh well. She likes horror. I'm just picking whatever word sounds the best this time. Starscape. Whoa! What was that? What? No, I'm going back to her. Fuck that. I'm not going anywhere near that. Her eyes do go black when she jumps up and down. That's kind of creepy. Papa. Okay. Hi again, table. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone is already hanging out. Holy shit. Thanks for keeping your promise, table. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst in literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Oh, come on! Like he deserves any slack! You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you're not gonna see the end of it.
That's creepy. Okay. Like, look at that. Just anyway. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps a manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
Manga is literature!
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, table. Make sure to put your comfort first, okay? That's a weird line. Yuri shoots Natsuki a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have an interest in picking up a book to read? Well, I can't really say no to either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that, if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to be a part of this club. So, even if I don't read often, I'll be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. I was gonna say this conversation is going very different than the first time, but then I remembered that Sayuki was the one that told us and ruined the surprise that she had something for us. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted to. This is... How is this girl being accidentally being so cute? This fucking guy. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace.
I look forward to hearing what you think. Everyone's settled in. I expected Monica to kick off some sort of scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet.
Ah!
I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand.
You're looking for something.
Oh, you looking for something in here?
Fucking Monica!
This is really gonna hurt my voice.
This never puts my stuff back in the right place. What's the point of keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up?
Tsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga.
You read manga, right?
Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know, anyway?
I heard you bring it up at some point.
Okay, the first time we definitely did bring it up. This time we didn't.
Besides, it's kind of written on your face.
What's that supposed to mean? I see. The lone volume of manga amidst a stack of of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack.
There it is!
Tsuki snatches it out of my hand. She turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest.
Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world.
I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic, or it's simply terrible.
If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on that door.
She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything.
It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Table. Consider this a lesson straight.
Don't judge your book by its cover.
In fact,
Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box.
I'm gonna show you exactly why.
She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. Features 4 girls in colorful attire, striking animated, feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe.
I'm just stand there.
Tsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat.
Chairs wouldn't work. We can't sit it. We can't read it at the same time like that.
Why's that? I guess it's easier to be close like this.
Don't say it like that.
Or,
don't just say that. You make me feel weird about it.
Tsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I could say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am.
Wow, how long's it been since I read the beginning? Yeah.
You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then?
Not really. Sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention?
I am, but nothing's really happened yet. So I can talk at the same time. Looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. Kinda grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. Oh, this is gonna be disturbing somehow. Are you sure this isn't boring for you?
It's not.
Even though you're just watching me read?
Well, I'm fine with that.
If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince one of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Huh? You don't?
It's not. I've been really not.
What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends?
Could you not rub it in? Jeez.
Sorry.
Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga's for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being a little like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch him in the face.
Ugh, I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge. Much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Wait, which part?
I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room.
Is that what she said the first time? Probably is.
My dad would beat the shit out of me if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica's kind of a jerk about it. Ugh, I just can't win, can I?
Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it.
Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems.
That's a good point. Maybe, but at least you're enjoying yourself, right?
So? Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what?
Yeah. I flipped the page. ... Time passes. Tsuki is strangely quiet now. I glance over at her. Looks like she started to fall asleep. Hey, Natsuki.
Yeah.
Suddenly, Natsuki collapses straight into me. Hey! Wow. That's, Oh, jeez. Natsuki, are you okay? Here. Monica reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. She throws it in Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. She snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears off the wrapper.
I told you not to give me...
She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it into her mouth. Don't worry, Table. She's fine. It just happens every now and then. That's why I always keep a snack in my bag for her. Anyway, why don't we all share poems now? Oh, I feel like this is gonna go completely fucking wrong, so... Um... Show it to Natsuki. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared with mine with her first. Hmm?
Okay, well, let's start off with the things I don't like. First of all,
Natsuki reads my poem.
Never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion.
What's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I wanted to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said.
Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You're supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha! Well, that's great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. Then you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. ...
So, in other words, you're saying you liked it. Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat.
You're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important.
Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right?
Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it.
You know what? Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Owls can fly. People can try. But that's about it. Yeah, that feels right. Let's read those parts in an unused voice of that person who never existed.
Yeah. I told you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. Like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
The other nice thing about writing simple things, about simple writing, is that it puts more weight on the...
You know what? Hang on a second. Even though we're in the horror portions... No, hang on, I'm not ready yet. My fucking throat. Anyway.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then it made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. Glad you learned something. Didn't expect it from the youngest here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Yuri. ... Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough for her to finish reading. Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad? No. Did I just raise my voice? Oh, I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we haven't really gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and I haven't been through that myself. I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once again, Yuri finds her train of thought as if it's... yeah. Once... You know what, you could read it. Fine, let's go. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be playing for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a single poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes down to practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club?
Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate the amber glow, bathing. It must be like this. Oh, it must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, flickering air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back.
I'm sorry to have such terrible handwriting. What? Wasn't thinking that at all. But you took a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting's pretty.
That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even if it's short, it's really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something very easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Table.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all.
But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and expressions in their work, and experience in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last moment, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. It's impressive.
It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't take long for you to pick up on these things, too.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'd have to keep trying.
I'm counting on you. Great. Fucking Monica. Alright. Hi, table. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better? I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind.
Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Ow. Don't worry, table. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true.
Hand Monica my poem. I like it, table.
Really?
It's a lot cuter than I expected.
Oh, jeez.
No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take it as a compliment.
If you say so.
Yep. If you're so interested in Natsuki, then always keep a snack on you. She'll cling to you like a puppy. Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave her any food in the house, so she's in a fussy mood pretty often. But sometimes she just loses all her strength and shuts down. Like earlier. This is just a guess, but I think she's so small because her malnutrition is interfering with her adolescent growth. But hey, some guys are into petite girls, you know. Sorry, just trying to look on the bright side. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. It doesn't mean that I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then.
Hole in wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced around at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can see no color. Are others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in around me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. Okay.
So, what do you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting their emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
That was the inspiration behind this one?
Ah, well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of an epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a certain point. If you try too hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Phew. I guess that's everyone.
Oh, I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. It was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing skills. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. Guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange pieces of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. I'm gonna save. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language?
Eh? Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Oh, thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute! Did you just completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Eh? I mean, you have to try to come up with something nice to say? Thanks. But it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple of suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it. Table did too. So based on that, I give her some suggestions of my own. First of all,
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Table liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Tsuki suddenly stands up.
oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in our new member, Yuri.
Eh? It's not what I, you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Table appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself. I would have deliberately gone out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Well, you know what? You know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Table started showing up.
Natsuki. Natsuki. That's a little...
This doesn't involve you.
This doesn't involve you. Taking out your own insecurities on others like that. And you really act as young as you look, Natsuki.
Me? Look who's talking, you wanna be edgy bitch.
Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend.
See? See, that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know.
If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing you know is how hard you try.
Whoa, be careful, you might cut yourself on all that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. Yuri, don't you?
Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head?
Yeah, go on. Let Table hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this.
Suddenly Yuri turns towards me as if she's just noticed I was standing here. Table! She's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true! She started it!
Oh, shit. No? Whoa! Shit. Hey, Table. Why don't we step outside for a bit? Okay? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes, but I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'll be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri's rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead.
Yuri?
I didn't mean it.
I believe you.
I have no idea what Yuri may have just said to Natsuki. Or did. Table. Please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We all know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over. You can go home if you like now. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Table. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I really don't have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble, but I really Wow. Wow. Okay. We're gonna take a break here, and I'm gonna continue. Probably right now, actually, but we're gonna take a break with the recording. Wow.
Wow! Things are getting really exciting, huh? Everybody's so unhappy without me. I just wish I was there for them. But this was what was best.